Hey, guys, it's your girl Daisha, and of course, she's on purpose. Listen, I wanted you guys to listen to this little snippet from my live this morning, right? Because I realized that I didn't go into this much depth when I did my recap video of my 7 day fast, and so I thought that this was really important for you guys to hear. So check it out. Hopefully you love it. Make sure to like and subscribe and share this with someone who you know needs to hear this word. Check out all the different links in the description box below. And do not be afraid to send your girl a message. I love reading them. Let me know what you thought. Peace. In this Life Lesson Bible, 1 LA is an amazing church. I gotta look into that if it's virtual, cause I'm not going nowhere physically. And like God gotta really say, get in the car and go, cause this is life. So in my Life Lesson Bible, on the side, yeah, I listen to them. I do listen to them. On the side of the Life Lesson Bible, it gives you like the situation of what the chapter is. They were that they're talking about, and then it gives you like an observation. And so right before like most of the chapters, so this is for chapter 1. It's just talking about, that Jeremiah is called to talk to these different kings during this different time, and he ministered, right? But the observation says, just as Jeremiah was appointed by God as a prophet to the nations, so every believer your cover will be God until you have a husband. Well, I have a husband, but we ain't together no more. So my cover is God right now until that divorce is final, until he brings another husband. Yeah, but he said he my cover right now, and that's just what it is. He didn't say until another husband. I don't feel like there's gonna be another husband. I don't have that confirmation yet. So right now it's just God. But he said, so in this observation, and this is why this part was like so touching to me first thing. You see what I mean? First thing on day 1 of my fast. Thank you, Patricia, on day 1 of my fast, because this is exactly what he brought me to. So it says, Jeremiah was appointed by God as a prophet to the nations. And that was in verse 5. And he says, so every believer has a unique purpose in serving God. God provides the strength and resources for us to do what he asks. And I was like, okay, God, I see what you're saying. You asked me to do this thing, and I'm asking you, like, how I don't see it. Like, how you want me to do this stuff? And he had to remind me, day 1, girl, you around here talking about you cloudy and you can't figure this out, and you can't. Who told you needed to figure something out? If I told you to do it, I'm going to provide the resources for you to do it. Why are you stressing? I know it don't look like how you want it to look. It's not coming when you want it to come. It's not happening how you want it to happen. But if I said go, if you really feel like you heard my voice and I said go, then you're going to have to at some point trust that I could provide the resources, and that I'm going to provide the resources. Just do what I said do. Just do what I said do. You're walking in your purpose. Like, I think the biggest thing for me at first was I would be questioning, like, is this God I hear? Is this really God, or is this me? Like, I would really, and sometimes I still do, I be questioning, and I'm like, your thoughts, girl. Daisha thoughts real well. You know this not a Daisha thought. Because this is way outside your comfort zone, first of all. This is like going into the blind side. Like, you ain't come up with this. Because if this was Daisha, Houston would have been canceled in August. Like, Houston would have been canceled in August if this was Daisha. This is not a Daisha thought. So that was the first thing. And then the next part in the inspiration, it said when once God's purpose is begun, he seems to put his hand upon the life and uproot and detach it in every way. And so I had to realize that he was saying, I'm uprooting some things. I'm detaching you from some things. I have to isolate you. You're isolated for the transformation. It's okay. It's supposed to be this way. There were people that were supposed to get on live and talk bad about you. There were people who were supposed to unsubscribe from your list. There were people who were supposed to be detached from you. That's what it was supposed to be. You're moving into another level of your purpose now. They cannot, it's not even that they can't go with you. They can't even be attached to you. And so you keep thinking you're losing something. You're losing things. You keep thinking, oh, people not getting the tickets. I'm attaching who I want to. There are people who were at your first one that are not supposed to be at this one. They have to detach. So I said, oh, okay, God, do your thing now. do your thing, right? It don't sound like, it doesn't feel good. And I'm like, but God, like, but I didn't do anything to those people. Like, what did I really do so bad? Like, if I did something, tell me, show me, forgive me. Like, come on now. And God said, it ain't about you doing anything. You walking in your purpose. You are walking in what I said do. And I'm telling you who can be attached and who can't. This don't have nothing to, you keep thinking this all about you. And you know, girl, this is all about serving my purpose. That's it. This ain't about you. So then the next thing he brought me to, and I'm just reading y'all the highlighted parts, right? That I highlighted that God was like, this is for you. The greatest service we can render God is to fulfill our spiritual destiny. This Bible is so small. It is a despised crown God is counting on, insignificant but holy. And I said, God, so I'm over here feeling like I'm so, never. Like I'm cloudy, I'm this, I don't know, and I'm not understanding how you gonna use me for this part, and how you gonna, like, I could see you got me over here doing this, but how you gonna use me for this? Like, people are unreluctant to pay this price. You told me to raise my prices, I did it now. And people, like, he's like, girl, all I hear, that's why I had to do the no complaining. All I hear is complaint after complaint, what you don't have. Yeah, I know you be in gratitude some days too. I know you be saying what you thankful for, what you grateful for, and all that stuff. But in the grand scheme of things, Daisha, you come to me a lot about all of these things that's missing, about why, or trying to figure out why this not working and why that's not working. You want to know why all these things, why you not asking me, Lord, how does this work out for my good? Why are you not asking me, Lord, help me just be okay with whatever you're doing. Help me be okay with the people leaving. Help me be okay with the people not coming to the conference. Why are you not asking me to just help you be okay with it? And I was like, I don't know, God, because I'm not okay with it. He said, because you still worried about you. You worrying about your brand. You over here thinking about your brand. You over here thinking about, growing your business. Your business ain't nothing compared to the purpose that I have for your life. You think you're doing this because it's your business? You think you're doing this? Oh, God. You think you're doing this to grow your business, to get your business to the next level? This is about getting your purpose to the next level. I don't care if that business wither and die. Because if you just doing it for the business, tell me right now. I was like, oh, okay, God. Oh, okay, that's what so you put me on you put me on this fast so you could spank me? So you could beat me? Like, this what we doing? I was like, he had to check me, baby. He put me straight up in my place. He said, girl, I want the despised crown. I'm counting on that. You are insignificant, but you're holy, and I trust you. But don't think this thing is about you. She's on purpose is insignificant in the grand scheme of things. Like, cut it out. It's cut it out. It's an ends to a mean. Cut it out. Or it's a means to an end. Cut it out, girl. Like, no. She's on purpose, the vehicle I'm allowing you to use to carry out your purpose. It's not the other way around. Don't get it confused. And I was like, but God, no, that's not what I'm saying. So here I am. You should have saw me over there in that meditation area. Here I am, but God, no, wait, hold up. I ain't mean it like that. That's not what I meant. Oh, I know what you meant, Daisha. I know your thoughts before you do. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, God. Then he said, remember, God will not lead you where he cannot help you. You have to build your confidence back. You have all this confidence in me. You had all this confidence in me, all this trust in me. You blindly let me lead you to another state. You blindly let me lead you to buy this house, give up the house, give up the car. You let me lead you in all this stuff, and now you losing your confidence over a little event. This what you doing? You are losing your confidence that I can do what I said I'm going to do over a freaking event? You got to be kidding me right now. You have got to be kidding me, Daisha. You losing your confidence over losing a few little clients? You losing your confidence because your business didn't meet the income goals in the last 2 months? This what you doing? You had the confidence to let me lead you to leave your children, leave your grandchildren, leave your marriage. You let me lead you through things and out of things and away from things that had a way bigger stake than this event. And you dare talk about, you gotta be kidding me right now. You have got to be kidding me right now. I know this is not. He said, you got to remember that I'm not going to lead you. I'm not going to lead you where I can't help you. And I was like, wow, okay, God. I didn't see it that way. I didn't see it that deep. I didn't see me feeling like cloud. Like, I didn't see it that way. That's how I know it ain't my thoughts. Because I was like, I'm not losing confidence in you, God. He said, what you call it then? So what you call it? What's your definition of it? What's your word for it? Because that's what it looked like to me. If I told you to go and do it, thank you for the badge. If I told you to go and do it, and now you over here stressing and you over here this and you don't know and you this because the day's getting down because now you 20 days. Now and what you call it? Yeah, everything I do is about that. And that's why I didn't understand. I'm like, but I'm doing your work. I'm doing what you told me to do. So why the resources not here? He said, girl, the day ain't even here yet. Let me just tell y'all, God, listen, the way he whooped on me on day one, I said, you know what? You gonna do this to me and I can't have a grilled cheese? I can't even have avocado toast? And you about to like do me like this? Had me where I didn't even know whether I was going left or right, whether I was going, I was walking around this house. I didn't know what the heck was happening. I was like, Lord, who? Like, why? So then he said, I have put my words in your mouth. And then I had this vision of me like talking and I remember like when I was done talking and I was like, what did I say? And everybody was going crazy and it was like, yeah. And I was like, why are these people going crazy? I don't even remember what I said. God said, because I put my words in your mouth. I put my words in your mouth. And you got to remember that. And I was like, okay. He said, they will fight against you. No, first, let me go back. He said, before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I sanctified you. I ordained you a prophet to the nations. And I was like, okay, God, I know, I trust that. I believe that. Then he said, for you shall go, and this, he made me highlight specific things. For you shall go to all whom I send you. He didn't say, he said, I didn't tell you all the people you wanted to come to Houston. I didn't tell you go to all the people you wanted to go talk to. I didn't tell you you go to this many people and that. Where you get the number 30 from anyway? Who gave you that number? It sounded like a good number to you? You decided on that? That was good. That sounded good, huh? It made the budget work, huh? Yeah, but I didn't tell you that. I was like, but God, how you want me to go all the way to Houston to do an event for this many people? He said, for you shall go to whom I send you. This ain't about how many people you want there. This ain't about how you want it to look and the aesthetics. You shall go to whom I send you. And if I don't tell nobody to buy no ticket, it ain't happening. If I don't want them attached to you, that's what it is. He said they could tell you all this stuff. And yeah, I'm going to have them. They're going to come. They're going to want to do it. And they're going to want to do it. And I'm not going to let them find the resources to do it. I was like, but God, you not listening. Do not be afraid of their faces. And I was like, but I'm not afraid of nobody's faces. No, he said, don't be afraid of the faces of the people that I'm sending you to. You're acting like you're not going to be able to still serve the people that I'm sending you to. You're acting like you're not going to be able to give everything. He's like, you're afraid of their faces. You're afraid of what they're going to think. You're afraid of what they're going to say. You're afraid that they're going to be like, oh my God, it's just us. It's this. Don't be afraid of their faces. Girl, is you crazy? I said, okay. That's when he said, I have put my words in your mouth to build and to plant. And I said, wow, okay, God. All right, God. He said, I put my words in your mouth to build and to plant. He said, so whoever come to Houston, your only responsibility is to build and to plant. And whoever don't come, it's because I did not want that. I didn't send you to them. I said, oh my God, okay. 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 I hear you. I ain't gonna fuss no more. Like, I get you. I get it what you're saying. I wanted 10 people at my retreat, but I only had 4. But it worked out better than I expected. I already know. He's like, he said, see, I allowed you to do Miami and have Miami oversell because I needed you to know that I sent you. I needed you to know that you had what it took, because before you were starting to second guess yourself a little bit. He said, and so I had it where it was like an overflow. He said, but I needed to show you something in Miami because there were people. He said, I had people in your camp that were your enemy all along, but I needed you to see it up front and personal. He said, you're not used to people being that confrontational with you and people like blatantly out like after you. You ain't used to that. You've been able. You've been able to get through this life with not having a whole lot of conflict with people. See, people like you, Daisha. People like you. And the people who don't like you, the people who you had real big conflict with, there was reason behind it. Not that you perfect, but you know, people could get along with you. He said, you ain't never had this kind of like attack on you blatantly, publicly. You never had that before. So I needed to show you. I needed to have them in your camp at your event. I needed them to be in your face, and I needed it to happen the way it happened so you can see that, first of all, where you're going, you ain't exempt from a public attack. Second of all, that you can get through a public attack. I needed you to see it. But it wouldn't have affected you if those people were not in your face, if they were not in your space, if they were not around you, if you didn't think that you had some kind of relationship or some kind of something with them. It would not have affected you if just some person out of the blue started talking bad about you. You wouldn't have cared. So I needed you to face a very personal and public attack right after your event. And I still want you to do another one. And I was like, what? So all of that stuff happened. Like, help me understand, God. And he said, I just told you, I put my words in your mouth to build and to plant. He said, and at Miami, I needed you to build some people up. I needed you to build some people up, and I just needed you to plant some seeds. And the people who you planted in, I needed them to depart from you, even if it wasn't in a positive way. He said, because there will be a time where they will come back. There will be a time where they will come back, and you may not even be around when they do. They may come back to someone in your bloodline, but there will be an apology. They will come back and recognize the seed that was planted in them by you. Just understand that. And I was like, what? He said, you might not even be around to see it, but they will come back. Some people you needed to build, and some things you just needed to plant. And I was like, wow, okay. And he said, in Houston, you will go to whom I send you. So all this other stuff you worried about, get that out of the way. He took me to the scripture. They will fight against you, but they shall not prevail against you. For I am with you to deliver you. They will fight against you, but they shall not prevail against you. For I am with you. Me. And ain't nobody bigger and badder than me. What they gonna do? If I say you delivered, you delivered. If I say you protected, you protected. If I say that's it, that's it. And I was like, okay, God. He said, see, what you don't understand, for those people, I will bring charges against them. I will. And against their children. I will bring charges. That ain't for you to do. That ain't for you to do. But my people have changed. He said they've changed for profit. And that's not what I'm sending you to do. So I said, okay. Okay, no problem. I'm going to let it go. And I said, wow, God. All on day one, you just going to beat me up. Tell me that you took me through all of that stuff. Because I was trying to figure out why. Like, what I did to these people. Like, really? Even recently, I was looking at the picture and I was like, it's so funny. All of them people was in Miami. And I probably could count. Not probably. I could count 1, 2, 3 people from all of them people. I said, wow, God. Wow, God. He said, this ain't about the number. You keep worried about the number. You keep worrying. He said, that's a she's on purpose thing. You keep worrying about the number. You keep worrying about the number. Then he reminded me, he said, you got to understand the virtue of faithfulness is often costly. It's often costly. It's never going to really turn out the way you think it is. It's often costly. And so where you were beginning to waver in your confidence, you were beginning to waver. You were thinking that I was going to send you somewhere and not be able to provide. I need you to, let that go now. Because I'm telling you plain. Yeah, wow, thank you. That's true. He said that is everything happened the way that I desired it to happen. And I said, all right, God, I'm going to let that part go. But day one was like, I don't even know where this was not a part of it. I didn't plan on talking about none of this today at all. I did not plan on talking about none of this. I don't even know how we got here. But wow, thank you, God. I guess I needed to hear more of that. I'm gonna make sure I save this because I need to go back and listen to this. But God, like day one of the fast was just, this was all in day one, y'all. Yeah, this was all in day one, and then he just kept reminding me, like, we went day by day, and you'll see it in the video, but like I just, yeah, he said it so clear. Do what I told you to do, Daisha. I was like, oh, okay. you ain't gotta scream at me. Do what I told you to do, Daisha. And man, I just, I don't know. I don't know how Houston is gonna be, but I know it's gonna be what God said it's gonna be, and that's just that. Who's gonna be there is supposed to be there. Speakers, people, like whatever is supposed to be is supposed to be. And as bad as I wanted to cancel it, postpone it, whatever you want to call it, God was like, no, I didn't give you permission to do that. So you can't do that. And you're going to go and do what I said do. So I said, all right, God, this is what we're going to do. This is what we're going to do. And so Houston is on. And who gonna be there, gonna be there. I gotta figure out this virtual stuff. I gotta figure, it's a lot to figure out, but we'll figure it out. I'll definitely figure it out. But I am yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much. You absolutely right. Thank you, Coach Stacy. So yeah, y'all. That's what it is. So I've been MIA, but I'm back, and I don't know in what way God has released me to be back on social media. I'm not gonna lie. I do feel like this time He showed me. He's like, I've been told you to do the YouTube thing, and you just felt like you couldn't, or you all this stuff, and so I am about to really get heavier on my YouTube and really grow that channel. So if you don't follow me on YouTube, please go subscribe to my page on YouTube. Of course, I don't think the link is even in my bio. I need to put it there. But yeah, if you go to my website, you'll see where you can follow me on YouTube or subscribe to me on YouTube. She's on Purpose, Daisha Andrews. Just look for my name, because some other person done put up some She's on Purpose. So I might have to file charges against her or something, or file a case, not charges, but something, so she could stop using my name. But yeah, y'all, it's been an amazing 7 days. It really has. And so tomorrow, yeah, I'm about to start doing a lot more YouTube. And so I don't have a lot of shorts up there, but I am gonna yeah, it has to be, because he's like, remember, I had you pay all that money last year for those classes, $10,000 for you to go do that. And the one thing you took away is that you said you was gonna do YouTube, and you started and you stopped, and you ain't really do it. And so he took me to YouTube and showed me some stuff yesterday. I was like, oh God, I done had this profile up here all this time, and I didn't even know I could do this. Did this, did that. He's like, don't worry. Remember when you had 0 subscribers? Remember you had no subscribers on there? He's like, don't worry. You're going to be able to build this thing over here too. So I am going to spend, I'm going to get my YouTube to the point where I could go live and stuff over there. But you got to have so many view hours and all this other stuff. But yeah, it wasn't. And so now it is the time for me to grow that. And so I'm definitely going to grow that. You absolutely right, Coach Stacy. So if y'all already don't, if you don't follow me on YouTube, go subscribe to my YouTube channel. It is called She's on Purpose, or just search She's on Purpose, or search Daisha Andrews. Just search Daisha Andrews. It'd probably be easier. Just search Daisha Andrews, because I don't know that I built She's on Purpose up enough over there to for you to just search that. But yeah, follow me on YouTube, subscribe to YouTube, because most likely I'm gonna be over there. So I will still be going live here. I can't say that I'm gonna go live here every day, but I do know that I'm gonna be on YouTube. The other thing, and I'm starting a series. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Miss Flavia. I'm starting a series on YouTube tomorrow, Wednesday. It's a 7-day series. The 7 questions to ask yourself to help you discover your purpose. I'm starting that first. So I'm doing those 7 days. And then after Houston, I am going to do another series. And God told me to do this yesterday. I'm going to do another series teaching you my belief acronym and the crush method. So I'm going to do those. And so, yeah, but tomorrow I'm going to start a 7-day series of, 7 questions to ask yourself how to, to discover your purpose. And so I'm going to take y'all through that journey to really help you understand how to discover what your purpose is. But it'll just be on YouTube. So I won't do that over here on Instagram, but you'll be able to find the videos on YouTube. So I'm just excited all around about what God is doing. I'm excited about what he revealed these 7 days. Y'all, there are so many things that have been just heavy on my heart. And I think the biggest thing that I had unconsciously, didn't even really realize, that I was losing my confidence. I was losing that. The way that my confidence was set up in God, it was just different. I know it was different and next level. And I had allowed this event and some other things to, great, thank you. I had allowed this event and some other things to kind of diminish some of my confidence, and I didn't even realize it until God addressed it with me. Sometimes you don't even realize you're doing something or you're going down a certain path until someone addresses it, and you say, "Oh God, I didn't see it that way." And but when you see it, when it's brought to your attention and you see it in that way, you got to do something about it. Y'all know I'm about action. You got to take action. And so for me, I'm taking the action that I know is necessary to help me get to that point of confidence again, like where my strong confidence was. And I know that the first step in that is just carrying out Houston. Is carrying out Houston and not worrying about it. When I message the photographer, y'all, because y'all know, listen, when you're doing events, the budget is based off of how many people are coming. You calculate the ticket prices and whatever else. Hopefully you'll make a little profit. In this case, I'm losing money, but whatever. In Miami, I lost money, but so I'm talking, I had to message the photographer, and I'm like, listen, Houston is still going to happen, but it's only this amount of people, which means you're not going to be, all the photos that we would have needed, we're not going to need, and we're going to this. I just need to see what we could do about the price, and I need to pay you like day of or the day after, because people haven't even finished paying for their stuff yet. And I said that to him, and I explained this in the YouTube video too, because it was so pivotal for me. I explained that I was texting him that this was on day 6 of my fast. Let me tell y'all, I was texting him that, and I had just finished watching the Sarah Jakes video, Isolation is Necessary for Transformation. I had just finished watching that, and I was listening to Corinne Hawthorne, because I kept I was fully immersed in this fast for these 7 days. Like, when I say fully immersed, I mean praise and worship all day, praying, meditating, just staying in the presence of God. I was doing some work, but not a lot of work. I let my mind just be focused on God during these 7 days. I was not doing like crazy work, because that's just like a typical day. I was doing more. I was reading my Bible. I was listening to my Bible. I was like, and so I was very immersed in this fast. And it's the first time I've ever done a fast like that.